Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and today I'm going to show you how to play Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Let's just take a look at what we're going to be learning today.
I was standing by my window on one cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come a-rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I said to that undertaker, please drive slow.
So it's just a 3-chord song with a really simple folk strumming pattern. And this classic hymn was written in 1907. And since then, it's been recorded by a ton of people, including Bob Dylan, George Jones, the Staple Singers, John Lee Hooker. You know, there's probably at least 20 other famous recordings of it. And from all those, I'm going to be going mostly from the Carter family version. The song itself is just 3 chords, G, C, and D, you know, 3 classic chords, and a really basic strumming pattern. And if along the way you find that you need some extra help, I have a complete beginner's course designed to help you go from absolute beginner to confident strummer. I'll put a link to that in the corner. We can talk more about that later. But for now, let's take a look at those chord shapes. We're in the key of G, so we're going to start on a G chord. From there, we go to C. So you want to work on that switch, you know, going from G to C. And once again, we do that in my beginner's course. I have a free ebook that also helps you with that. I'll put a link to that too. And, you know, just going in order over and over again is the best way, right? Like index, middle, ring, and just being really consistent with your switch, whatever way you choose to do it. From C, we go back to G, and then we have a D chord. And from G to D, we can just leave our ring finger down. It's a really nice, really comfortable switch. So I recommend taking a moment and just working through those. We're not switching from C to D, but G to C and G to D, back and forth. You know, that's all you need for this one. And you can see right here the chord order. And it's written in such a way that every chord symbol is 4 beats or 4 downstrokes. So if you're at that point where you're still working out the switches, I recommend taking a moment to just play downstrokes only through the chord progression, slow and steady, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, doing that 4 times on G and moving into C and so on, and trying to keep it as steady as you can go. That's an amazing exercise. Once you've done that, we can take a look at the strumming pattern. The strumming pattern for this one goes, and the best way to learn it is by breaking it down into 2 halves. First, we have root down. And root is just a little downstroke that aims at the thicker strings, you know, so root down. And as far as the rhythm's concerned, it's super simple. Just root down, 3, 4, root down, 3. And I want you to still move your arm on beats 3 and 4, you know, 3, 4. That way you get used to just having your arm go down on all the beats, you know, like a built-in metronome, right? And the second half is miss, up, down, up. So we're missing beat 3, and we have to say miss. At first we say it out loud to give us a main beat to latch onto. Because when you're missing one of the numbers, like we're missing beat 3, it's really tough to nail that upstroke after it unless we feel that missing beat. And eventually you don't have to do anything about it. But at first, it's nice to just say miss, up, down, up. And I would just count 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. Once again, keeping your arm moving with the, you know, like 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. And just being rhythmic, just in general, you know. Take every opportunity you can to feel that rhythm. Work on it in halves, then you put it together going 3, 4, root, down, miss, up, down, up, root, down, this, up, down, up. And if you still find yourself having trouble with it, I have a bunch of resources. I'll put some links down below. My complete beginner's course, like 50% of it, is designed around helping you build up your sense of rhythm. But I also have some stuff on my webpage that's completely free that you can check out. Just a bunch of lessons that I put up here on YouTube addressing this exact thing. We have our strumming pattern, we have our chord progression. All we got to do is put it together, and it's pretty straightforward. You see the progression, we play the strumming pattern 1 time per chord shape, and we do this like, I don't know, 10 times and the song is over. I'm gonna take out my metronome so we can play slow and steady, 96 beats per minute, nice medium tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
On one cold, cloudy day, when I saw that hearse come a-rolling for to carry my mother away.
Let's do that all again.
Circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
And when I sing it, you can see how slow it is, you know, compared to the actual recording, but you practice it slow and steady, and that's going to get you to that point. And you can play the song slow. It sounds cool. Playing it slow, it's more like a ballad, and it's a super sad song, so that kind of makes sense, right? As far as you know, materials to work with, I do have a printable version of this tune, like the chord chart and everything, on my Patreon page, as well as a full playthrough where I play through the entire song pretty close to the tempo, a little bit slower. And you can always slow it down with the little gear icon in the corner. And I also have the melody there. So there's a tab for that as well. That's exclusively on my Patreon page, so please check that out if you'd you know, like a printable version of this thing. Otherwise, don't forget to check out my complete beginner's course if you just want to go from an absolute beginner to a confident strummer, or anywhere in between. You know, it's designed to just take you step by step through that entire process. If you want to help support the channel, please take a moment to like and subscribe. That really helps me out. I don't know exactly how the algorithm thing works, but I know that it helps. So, you know, if you've stuck around in the video for this long, I do thank you for watching that. And if you could take a moment to like and subscribe, it's really going to help. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of these traditional tunes and make like a songbook out of it that'll be on my Patreon page and with my beginner's course and stuff. So, you know, if you have any suggestions, like I looked up a whole bunch and there's like tons of awesome traditional tunes here. So, you know, let me know if what you like. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.